I think you'll be real happy with how you look. You just look sort of younger and more vibrant because you're just regenerating cells that much faster. Hi, my name is Jaquish. I'm a doctor of biomedical engineering. Today, I'm going to talk about what I eat in a day. And there's been a lot of questions about this. And I've also mentioned that I have sort of two ways of doing it depending on what my goals are. And I flip-flop back and forth to get sort of the maximum benefit. So in part one, I want to talk about like a diet day. And I hate calling it that because there's no such thing as a diet. You need to change your lifestyle. But I like flipping back and forth from prioritizing losing body fat and doing so as quickly as possible, and then really focus on giving the musculature and all the cells in the body exactly what they need to flourish. So we can call it a diet day or cutting day or whatever. I also don't like saying cutting and bulking because cutting is usually starvation for most people who do it. Bulking is usually just getting fat for most people who do it because they don't realize that muscle really depends on protein and only protein. A few principles I want to lay out first. You'll hear all the time from bodybuilders that you need to be in a calorie surplus to build muscle. This is not quite right. You will notice that they are so dug in on this issue for whatever reason. It's like just calorie derangement syndrome, maybe, if we want to call it like that, sort of like Trump derangement syndrome. They really seem to be hung up on this calorie thing, but let me tell you, eating candy bars don't become muscle. Just sorry, it doesn't work that way. I mean, under natural circumstances. Somebody will bring up the insulin argument and yeah, okay, maybe. Ultimately, protein synthesis requires protein, and that's why they call it protein synthesis. You don't need anything else. So if you have a protein surplus and are eating at an energy deficit, then you can gain muscle mass and lose body fat at the same time. And there is research that demonstrates this. So at no point are we like giving up on building muscle and just trying to sacrifice body weight / fat as quickly as possible, because I think the sort of bodybuilder style crash dieting before a show, they can get like that. I think the smarter guys know to do it a little more slowly, and they'll take like 12 weeks to get their body fat down to show level. And I think that's interesting, and they do it in a way where they don't completely lose their minds. And that is a thing, because when you're eating a lot less than your body wants you to eat, and I want you to think about it that way, like you're used to eating a certain amount, and your body likes that homeostasis. Even if you're obese, if you're at a body weight that's bad for you, you have a whatever your metabolic symptoms are, your body still wants to be sort of in the same spot that you've been. And you got to change that. So it's going to fight you. And like first it's going to fight you by making you hungry. So you'll start cutting back on your energy consumption, but then you'll be just completely taken by the fact that you want to eat anything and everything in your sight. And I'm sure anybody who's listening to this, you know what I'm talking about. So to deal with that, I mentioned a few weeks ago that I was doing low dose of retatrutide. I called it a microdose, and a bunch of people wanted to correct me, and I think they actually did a good job in correcting me. A microdose is like a tiny dose, but you spread it out. And that's not what I was doing. I took the once weekly shot and just cut it in half from the clinical dose. So instead of 2 milligrams, I took 1 milligram, but I bumped it up to 2 because I saw a couple of the mechanisms not really kicking in under that dosage when I really did a deep dive into the research. So I'm taking 2 milligrams per week of the GLP-3 to just cut my appetite significantly. And wow, like it is perfect, because as soon as you just take the edge off that sort of fiendish hunger you have for all kinds of shit that you shouldn't be eating, you just quit eating it and you start looking at food as fuel, and that's the way you should look at it. Having said all of that, here's how my day goes. I wake up in the morning and I make, and forgive this because I'm on vacation, so this is not my kitchen. So it starts off like this, where I make a Fortagen shake. I put 10 grams of creatine and 30 grams of Fortagen, which when assimilated into the body becomes 150 grams of protein, because that's just essential amino acids that then when in the body, when are noticed in the body by your own body's biochemistry, will then create the other proteins to assemble, or other amino acids to assemble full proteins. And that's tremendous, because when you have essential amino acids, you actually increase your cellular regeneration rate, because the body sees you have the essential ones. Those are the ones that are hard to get. So it's like, okay, what proteins are we not using so that we can sacrifice them to backfill and create enough human proteins for protein synthesis? And this isn't just muscle. This is in your eyes, in your brain, in your skin. All that has to happen. So you accelerate that process. You accelerate autophagy. So that's what the process is called. That's a huge benefit of amino acids, which is why my protein requirements really rest heavily on Fortagen for that accelerated cellular regeneration. And I mean, hey, some people tell me I look terrible for my age. I'm 49. More people tell me I look great for my age, and I think I do. I'm not gonna launch a skincare line or anything, but I would like to say that when you do this, you'll end up looking younger. Your skin will look younger. You'll notice some wrinkles disappear. Now, I don't know if it's gonna take 20 years off your physical appearance, probably not. It didn't do that for me, but it took some years off. And I think you'll be real happy with how you look. You just look sort of younger and more vibrant because you're just regenerating cells that much faster. So I wake up in the morning, have my Fortagen shake with 3 doses of Fortagen. Then I have no lunch, I have no breakfast and no lunch other than that shake. Then I do another Fortagen shake at about 2 o'clock. And you see right here, it's basically the same activity I'm doing, putting together another 10 grams. So I end up in the whole day taking 20 grams of creatine. Great for brain health. It's great for muscle hydration. Yes, better muscle hydration is associated with accelerated muscle growth, but before you get too excited, it's a very little bit. But why not? Creatine's cheap and all the brands are basically the same thing. And anybody who tells you their creatine is better, I don't think so. I've yet to see some research that say there's one version that's really superior to just the regular cheap creatine monohydrate. Which, by the way, if you mix it in warm water, doesn't feel like you're drinking like sand, because it ends up actually being soluble in the water. But it doesn't need to be like boiling or anything, as long as the water's just warm. So these 2 shakes, and then here's what I end up having for dinner, just fat steak. And that's it. That's my eating for a day where I'm trying to drop as much body fat as possible. So that's huge for dropping body fat. I also build muscle in these periods because I'm getting over 300 grams of protein between the 2 shakes and the steak. So I'm at a protein surplus, but an energy deficit, so I can keep losing body fat and gaining muscle mass. And then of course, when I get to the part 2 of this video series, you'll see what I do when I have the higher energy days, when I try and refeed and rehydrate everything to maximize size and strength. I hope this helps. If you think I'm wrong about something, please let me know in the comments. Also, please let me know if I'm right. Thanks.
If this video helped you, I want you to subscribe and follow. I'm gonna put out videos on a regular basis. I think they're gonna help a whole lot of people, especially if you're one of those people that doesn't just instantly grow from lifting regular weights. We've got the answer for you.